You can rely on Aberdeen currently to take you back to reality. The win against Kilmarnock the week before was the glimmer of hope, which was extinguished yet again at the hands of Celtic. Yes, an improved performance from the Dons, but the same outcome. We hear post-match from Derek McInnes and get a roundup of the rest of the matches in the Scottish Premiership and the Scottish League Cup final. And of course, the week's news on the AFC Donscast from the Inverness Reds. Here with the AFC Donscast on Tuesday the 2nd of March. Welcome to this week's episode. We faced Celtic for the second time in the space of a fortnight at Parkhead. Aberdeen had a promising start in the opening minutes of the game, but that ended after Celtic broke the deadlock with their first meaningful attack. Ryan Christie found Odsonne Edouard on the edge of the area, and the French striker took a deflection off Tommy Hoban to wrong foot Joe Lewis to score the opener and the only goal of the match in the 8th minute. The only other real chance from Aberdeen in the first half came from Ross McCrory. His 20-yard drive was easily dealt with by Scott Bain, but we spent the majority of the first half hemmed in to our own half. Celtic upped their tempo during the first 45. David Turnbull forced a near-post save from Joe Lewis before Patrick Klimala failed to divert a cross from John Joe Kenny. We came back slightly stronger in the second half but failed to deliver in front of goal. Andrew Considine had an effort cleared and Niall McGinn had his effort blocked by Stephen Welsh. Next up, bottom side Hamilton at home.
We are frustrated that we've not made more of the opportunities created. We start the game really bright, full of confidence. We should get ourselves in front. We lose such a lucky goal from their point of view, deflection, which can happen. Type of thing that we're not quite getting at the minute, and I thought we lost a bit of confidence for that. We then never retained the ball better enough at the top end of the pitch. We never quite managed to be aggressive. We were pressed as we were initially, and it took really until the last 10 minutes before half time before we kind of found our way again, started to find ourselves in the game again. And second half we just went for it. We put three right up the top and we went man for man. We've tried to be man for man against Celtic for 90 minutes and it's difficult, it is difficult. So it wasn't too little too late. It was, for me, giving ourselves the best chance to get a result. The deflected goal aside, Joe's had nothing to do that I can remember. The most touches of the ball for Celtic players was for Welsh and Brown, and by and large you'd be happy enough with that. It wasn't Christie, it wasn't Edwards and these forward thinking players. We actually, I thought, curtailed that threat. What we did want to do was show more of ourselves, and that's a bit of disappoints me after losing the goal, that we didn't have that assertiveness to deal with the game better and look after the ball. And then if you play higher and play in the game in their half, then it's clearly easier to get more pressure applied to their lot. Second half we went for it, man for man as we said. It leaves that element of risk, but my defenders were outstanding to allow us to carry that threat, and just annoyed we haven't took anything for the game, because the collective spirit, the work rate for this team was there to be seen, and my players deserve something for the game, but we've also got to take ownership for that we've got to put the ball over the line. And although we had umpteen chances, our set play delivery was good, we carried a threat against a team who have struggled on set plays. We're disappointed that we haven't managed to get something from the game.
Midweek in the Scottish Premiership, St Mirren and Motherwell drew 0-0 on Wednesday night in Paisley. It was the fourth draw in a row for Jim Goodwin's side. On Saturday, third place Hibs went down 2-0 to Motherwell at Easter Road with Jordan Roberts and Devante Cole on target for the Steelmen in the capital. St Mirren took another step forward, securing a top 6 place with a 1-0 win over Ross County and Paisley after Jamie McGrath's late penalty proved decisive. Kilmarnock ended their losing run with a 1-1 draw against Dundee United at Rugby Park. Adrian Spurrell opened the scoring for the visitors, but Zech Medley equalised for Killie. On Sunday, it was a Scottish League Cup final day at Hampden, and Sean Rooney scored the only goal with a 32nd minute header as St Johnstone beat Livingston in Sunday's final to win the trophy for the first time in their history. Saints had been runners-up in 1969 and 70 and 1998-99, but Callum Davidson led them to glory at the National Stadium in what was the 75th League Cup final.
The nation's most famous block of flats is about to welcome its latest residents. It's back, and this time, it's the Celebrity Circle.
I'm Pete.
I'm Sam. You probably know us best from Made in Chelsea and...
Towie. Got a rat. Posh twat.
I want to catfish someone.
So the person we are going into Celebrity Circle as is stunning.
Divided by very, very intellectual...
times by popular,
which equals Rachel Riley. She did countdown, so that's why I did that whole thing.
Oh, this is going to be a disaster, isn't it?
Hi, I'm Denise Van Outen and I am an all-round entertainer. My game plan in the Celebrity Circle is to enter as me. I think there'll be people in the circle who I will know, and if they're pretending to be somebody else that I do know, I'm going to catch them out.
Hello, it's me, Bag of Chips MBE, Queen of the Battered Sausage. And you might recognise me from RuPaul's Drag Race UK. There is no way I could go in the circle as myself. In the real world, I'm very popular and very famous, so they would just block me. People think they know the real Kim, but I actually do, and she is a lovely woman with a heart of gold. I'm going to show the loving Kim that I know.
I'm Duncan James. I'm best known for being in the band Blue. I'm going to play this game as me because I can be charming, I can be polite and respectful, and I'm not just the pouty one from Blue. So players, all rise, because Mr. Duncan from Blue is about to enter the Celebrity Circle.
This is Lady Alicia, and I am a rapper, songwriter and producer. I want to go in as someone that has a sense of humour, popular in the outside world, and that is why I've chose to go to the Celebrity Circle as Big Nasty. Big Nasty. It shouldn't be that hard, right? I mean, people lie all the time.
I am Charlotte Crosby, and you probably know me best from Geordie Shore. I need to go into the Celebrity Circle as someone who is popular, talented. That is why I am going as Peter Andre. Charlotte is gone. Peter is here.
I'm Ricky. And I'm Melvin. And we are Radio 1 DJ. Now, I think we are pretty popular guys, but are we popular enough to win Celebrity Circle? I don't think so.
And that is why we are entering the circle as will.i.am.
Me and Rix are mad competitive.
This is the game show, man.
We always want to win.
We're here to play hard.
I got a feeling we're going to win this.
Hey everyone, I'm Saffron Barker and I am best known as a YouTuber. I have over 8.5 million followers, so of course I'm going to go into the circle as myself. Trusting someone and then, getting to know them, then finding out it's not actually them, that's going to be quite gutting.
Hi, I'm Nadia.
And I'm Kay, and we are
TV presenters
on Loose Women. The person that we are entering as is
sassy,
unpredictable,
sometimes a little vulnerable,
a diva.
We are entering as
the GC.
I don't think anyone else has got a chance because we are the GC.
The GC.
God, the more I talk now, the more worried I'm getting.
The Celebrity Circle starts on Channel 4 next Tuesday. Okay, let's catch up with the news then. And the SPFL have confirmed that the new concussion substitution policy will now be introduced. More needs to be done to highlight the dangers of head injuries, including heading the ball, which can have lasting long-term damage, with many older players now suffering as a consequence. The new rules will be in from this Saturday, the 6th of March. A successful COVID vaccination rollout might not be enough to guarantee fans inside Hampden for the Euros in June, Scotland's sports minister says. Hampden will host 4 fixtures, including Scotland's group matches against Croatia and the Czech Republic. European football's governing body, UEFA, has given all 12 host cities until April to present a plan on how many fans will be allowed inside each venue. But Mary Gugin says April could be too early to make a call. So far, 1/3 of Scotland's adult population have been given a first dose of coronavirus vaccine, with more than 1.6 million jabs administered. The Sport Minister said she could not say whether vaccinating all vulnerable people with their first dose would be enough to see a return of some supporters when the tournament starts in June. Scotland will kick off our first major tournament since 1998 with a game in Glasgow against the Czech Republic on the 14th of June. Croatia will be the opponents at Hampden on the 22nd of June with a game against England at Wembley in between on the 18th. Jason Leach is hopeful Scottish football's lower leagues and the women's game will be told this week when they can return. All play below championship level, including Scottish Cup ties, has been suspended since the 12th of January. Challenges remain for the competitions, though, with a mix of full-time and part-time clubs in SPFL Leagues 1 and 2 and the Scottish Women's Premier League. Some League 1 and 2 clubs still have 19 fixtures of their 27-game campaign to complete and would face the prospect of playing every Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday for a spell to catch up. Both these leagues are due to complete their campaigns on the 1st of May, with playoffs scheduled to take place after that to determine promotion and relegation. In the women's game, some full-time clubs are keen to resume training even if the restart of the league campaign remains undecided, whilst the Scottish Cup is in limbo until decisions are made about the resumption of training and playing for lower league clubs. Any proposal to reduce the number of fixtures in League 1 and 2 would require at least 8 teams from each league to vote in favour. A similar majority would be required to agree to null and void the lower leagues. And finally, last Wednesday saw the resignation of Celtic manager Neil Lennon after their defeat to Ross County the Sunday before. Lennon, who returned to manage Celtic for a second time after Brendan Rodgers moved to Leicester in February 2019, has been under pressure all season. Lennon's assistant John Kennedy was in charge for the game against Aberdeen on Saturday and has taken up interim charge for the remaining games of the season.
The vaccine for COVID-19 is now available, and the evidence shows it works. So I'm rolling up my sleeve.
I'm rolling up my sleeve because this vaccine has been through the same safety checks as any other.
I'm rolling up mine because I want to get back to the things I miss.
Because I know what COVID can do to families.
Because I want to play my part.
Because I'm hopeful for the future.
The vaccine is our best way out of coronavirus. Scotland, it's time to roll up our sleeves.
There is midweek action in the Scottish Premiership tomorrow night. Hamilton face St Johnstone at home and Rangers are away to Livingston. Both matches are 6pm kickoffs. On Saturday it's the penultimate match before the league split and we're at home against Hamilton for the 3pm kickoff at Pittodrie. You'll be able to watch the match live with your virtual season ticket or on Red TV pay-per-view, and if you have a Red TV International subscription or an Atlanta United season member, it's included in that. Coverage with Rob McLean starts at 2:30pm, 9:30am Eastern Standard Time in the US. Elsewhere in the league, it's Motherwell versus Livingston, Rangers versus St Mirren, Ross County are at home to Kilmarnock and St Johnstone are at home to Hibs, all 3pm kickoffs. And on Sunday, the midday kickoff between Dundee United and Celtic. That's your lot for this week, and apologies for the phone in the background. I'll be back with your weekly roundup next Tuesday following the Hamilton match. Till then, you can have your say on everything to do with Aberdeen and Scottish football on the longest running Aberdeen FC forum, Don's Talk. Head on over to donstalk.co.uk to take part. Thanks for listening, have a good week, and stand free.
That's all for this week. More Aberdeen news next Tuesday evening from 8.